Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to the Sport Wrap Show. I'm your host, Brian Monango, updating you on the latest sports news. I think it's a wonderful day to be a Manchester United fan after the excitement and the thrill and the scare we got from the match yesterday against Ipswich. Me, myself, I'm a big Manchester United fan, so it was really nice to see the team, despite getting the early red card, getting that 3-2 victory over Ipswich United. We all know that Ipswich is not a formidable team. They're doing very bad in the league so far, but at least we could secure the 3 points. And something else to look at is the fact that Manchester City have Haaland back, and they bounced back as well, and they scored the only goal through Haaland and won that match 1-0. So we are excited for the match against between West Ham and Leicester City that's taking place today. As we all know that in this time in Namibia, there's not a lot happening, as we are all looking forward, or we are all going to most probably be watching or be at the funeral of the founding father of Namibia. Well, not wasting any more time, I'm sure Ari Ohad will give us more information on the English Premier League and what transpired there. But yeah, let's get into the hit list. Well, first up on the hit list, we have Colin Benjamin, who announced his official training squad before the matches that are scheduled for March, when Namibia will be taking on Lesotho and Eswatini. Not Lesotho and Eswatini, apologies for that. Equatorial Guinea and Malawi. Those are the teams that we will be facing in the World Cup qualifier matches that are scheduled for March. Namibia does stand a good chances now. We do sit second on the log to qualify for the World Cup for the first time ever. But the coach himself mentioned a lot of things at the press conference, from players not being paid and expected to perform at the highest level, and also including new players into the 30-man squad that will definitely be trimmed down eventually. So with that being said, let's have a look at the press conference that we did have with Colin Benjamin. Okay, but yeah, we do have technical difficulties with that video for now. We'll be going for a short break, and hopefully we'll be back with that video. So we're still waiting on that video clip to surface. But boys, please do stay tuned. Like I said, Colin Benjamin is ready to play.
What does it
so
mean
stay
when
tuned
somebody
for the
says
video.
it's a gift and it's a curse? It's basically, it's out for interpretation, but it's opportunity and challenges. It's biblically, you see the promised land, but to reach the promised land, you have to go through a sea, but you've never done that before. So you automatically look behind you and say, no, isn't there another way behind you? But behind you is an army of soldiers, and the enemy is behind you. So what do you do when you're in that situation? And I think with the Brave Warriors right now, we're in that situation. And what we need is miracles. We need miracles. So I'm going to explain the miracles later, but I'm just going to go into the squad. We have a 30-man squad. We've got 3 goalkeepers, and the rest are outfield players. We're concentrating on the 30 people, or 30 young men that we think are more than capable in doing this job, miracles. And they are as follows. Lloyd Kadapwa, he plays for Sekukune. Edward Maova, he's with Golden Arrows. Kamayanda Ndisiro, he's with Highbury. They're all in South Africa, or based in South Africa. We've got Ivan Kamberipa, he's with Orapa in Botswana. Sergio Damasep, Mighty Gunners, he at home. Charles Hambira, African Stars. We've got Cisco Harasep, Mighty Gunners. We've got Johannes Mutanga, he's with Blue Waters. Bonifacius Joseph, UNAM. Vervin Hanamob, Amazulu. Gero Katua, African Stars. Petrus Kamati, he's with Young African. Tyrese Hikupembe, he's with UNAM. Tuafeni David, Blue Waters. Those are the defenders. The midfielders, we have Aprocius Petrus. We have Moses Shidolo, Matebele in Botswana. We have Elias Haindongo with KK Palace. We've got Paulus Amutenya with UNAM, Bakonya Shiikika, African Stars, Prince Ueda, Cape Town City, Penda Mungudi, he is with Young African, Dion Hotto, Levi Alpheus, he's with Blue Waters, Dynamo Fredericks, he is with Jwaneng Galaxy. I'm actually really looking forward to him, spoke to him a few times, he's raring to go, and I think we all welcome him. We've been missing him. The forwards, we have Peter Shalulile, we have Betwell Mudeu, we've got Elmo Kambindu, we've got the Wiseman Liswaniso Lifasi, he's from Julino Athletic, we've got Willie Stefanus, and we've got Jocelyn Kamatuka with Durban City. Those are the 30 players. We spoke about miracles that is needed. We also know that there's a few truths around that we need to get off our chest and that we need to talk about. We want to qualify for the World Cup. It's something that has never been done before, at least for us as a soccer playing country. We also know that the World Cup is something that is far-fetched. We've never done it before. We want to do it. We are in a good position from 4 matches, having 8 points on the second place on the log behind Tunisia. I also think that probably with a little bit of luck we would have been somewhere better, but this is what we have now. And these matches against Malawi and Equatorial Guinea, matches that we have to win, that we have to get points. It's matches that is possible. Why is it possible? We have, I think if you can take from the team here of the 30 men that we've taken, it's a very experienced team. It's the best that we have at the moment in Namibia. It's an experienced team. Some of them have been to the AFCON twice, but there's also a curse on it. The curse is that the truth, we have unpaid wages. We're in a situation where we're demanding from these guys to win, to take it forward, to fight, to do the unthinkable, or to do something that was never done before. How do you do that with guys that are at a low? We need to motivate these guys. I think the FA has been doing okay, not the best. They've been doing okay. They've been keeping this boat afloat. For the last 5 years playing outside, all the junior national teams, all the senior national teams. It's rare that I heard that there was matches that was, or games or teams that was, that didn't take place. The FA did when they're doing their part. It's not the best. But I still think that we need to motivate these guys. And I'm asking myself, we want this from these guys. What is it that we're giving them? And we need to come together as a nation, as a country, and say, is this what we really want? Do we want to go to the World Cup, or is it just something that we just talk around and we just, in little rooms, little corners, if it happens, wow, we're going to go up there? Or is it something that we're going to make intentional? I think we have to make it intentional. We have 2 matches now in March. We have to see to it that we pay these guys for these matches. We have to see that we actually also come to a place where we say, this is an offer to win these matches. This is what we are offering you as a country, as a nation, so that when it doesn't happen, we can always go back and say, listen, we gave you the mandate, we gave you the resources, we made it possible for you. You failed. And for that, let somebody else do it. It has to be intentional. And we can always say and run to the government, yeah, government, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. But I still think this country is huge enough and big enough, and we have resources and we have other possibilities as well. So we need to come together. We have to be intentional. And I'm just giving a suggestion or just a thought that's coming through my mind. If I am from Otavi, or I'm in the town council of Otavi, for example, and I have a Rian Hanamu that's been flying that flag for me over the years, as the one citizen that's been consistent, the 10 years plus for the Brave Warriors, and I probably can't come up and say, you know what, guys, I can't cater for 30 players or 30-man team, but Rian Hanamu, we can cater for you. We're going to give you a little plot. You can buy, you can build your house on your own, on your terms, whenever you feel like it or when you have the resources for that. That's a small bit that each and everyone can look into and saying, how can I help these Brave Warriors? Because I think it's just not fair to always want to demand, but we're not doing something. So with that said, I think we're still Brave Warriors. I'm looking forward to meeting these guys, to seeing these guys. They've been, some of them playing in the South African League, in the Botswana League. They've been really, really doing good. I'm looking forward to seeing them, to come together, to put our feet together and put on the jersey together and represent Namibia in Malawi.
Your life could change at any second, but you'll never know until you take the chance. With sports betting, number games, and online casino gambling, JSB is your best bet. Will you be Namibia's next instant millionaire? Place your bets easily online at jsbsports.bet or at any JSB location nationwide. We'll take you to the action anywhere, anytime. JSB, where the next instant millionaires come to play. Strictly no under 18s. JSB supports responsible gambling. Winners know when to stop.
It all began with ink on paper, a small but powerful voice that reached the homes of Namibians, sharing their stories, their triumphs, their struggles. As the world evolved, so did we. From the presses to your screens, keeping you connected to the news that matters, wherever you are. We didn't stop at digital. We brought the action to life on your screens, covering the moments that unite us all. We're not just a source of information. We're your partner in exploration, booking your stay, paying for your meals, and even sending your event tickets straight to your phone. Reaching over 1 million people daily, we are a fully integrated system, working together to make your life easier. Whether it's news, events, or everyday information, we've brought it all together. We're committed to empowering the next generation. Through partnerships and innovation, we're delivering education to every corner of Namibia. We've become so much more. More than news, more than information. We're here to help you enjoy everything Namibia has to offer. NTV, so much more than just television.
apologies there, viewers. Well, all like we said, Colin Benjamin's players have not been paid yet, and all these guys are expected to perform at the highest level. It's going to be a very difficult task and a huge ask from all these players. Hopefully, before the matches do get off and kicking, these guys will be paid out and we can get them performing at the highest level, because Equatorial Guinea is not an easy team to take on, and they will definitely give us a fight for our money there. But we're all very excited. It's an historic moment for Namibia, so we look forward to how it goes. Ari Okat is on standby with international news.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with cricket news first. It's the ICC Champions Trophy that continues in Pakistan and Dubai. Big news from the tournament is that England is out of the tournament. That is still in the round robin stage of the tournament. They won't play in the semi-finals. They've lost to Afghanistan by 8 runs, and so a great win for Afghanistan. It keeps their hopes alive to still qualify for the semi-finals in Group B. It is Afghanistan that will play against Australia on Friday. If Afghanistan win, they through to the semi-finals. If Australia win, it will be Australia and South Africa that go through to the semi-finals. What happened was in the game, Afghanistan 325 for the loss of 7 wickets. That's in their allotted 50 overs. Great performance by Ibrahim Sadram. He scored 177 runs off just 146 deliveries, and then England replied with 317 runs all out in the second last ball of their allotted 50 overs, and it was Joe Root that did well. He had 120 runs, but he couldn't help them to win the game. So Afghanistan next play against Australia on Friday. South Africa play against England on Saturday. On to English Premier League, and it is all the top teams that played in the midweek games of the English Premier League. Log leaders Liverpool, great performance by them. At home they beat Newcastle by 2-0, and they've got a healthy lead now after 28 games played. They've played 1 game more than all the other teams. They've got 67 points, and then it is after 27 games it is Arsenal on 54 and Nottingham Forest on 48. What happened also was Arsenal dropped points at Nottingham Forest, so the number 2 and 3 team, they played to a 0-0 draw. Not good for either one in chasing Liverpool. Other games that was played in the midweek, it was Manchester City with a away win at Tottenham Hotspur. They beat Tottenham Hotspur by 1-0. They stay in the top 4 of the English Premier League. Then Manchester United beat Ipswich by 3-2 despite getting a red card late in the first half. And then Brentford and Everton played to a 1-1 draw. Then to conclude today's international sports news, it is tennis news from the Dubai Tennis Championship, but that's men's ATP tennis number 1 seed, Daniel Medvedev. He's through in the round of 16. He beat Gerard Piquet of France 6-4, 6-4. Then also Stefanos Tsitsipas, he's too strong for Karen Khachanov of Russia. He beat him in 3 sets, but not a good result for number 5 seed. It is Hugo Humbert. He is from France. He lost against Tilan Griekspoor of the Netherlands. The score there was 4-6, 6-3 and 6-2. The win in that game, Tilan Griekspoor of the Netherlands. That's international sports news. I hope you have a great sport day. We talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
We are all seeking connection to each other, to the world, to the spaces we exist in.
Poor sportsmanship right now from the lads.
1.85 for the national record.
Here's another chance, and it is a goal from Vindo Kahana.
Sy sê wie is er aan neertrek en daai bal het my grond gevat. Ja, hy het grond gevat en is hier
running that mountain up. Right, so we will be doing this. More advanced, slightly advanced.
So is jou trolley reg? Want
I love it. I love it. So then
kickstart our countdown at number 5 with this one.
Op Netwerk TV se Klets Kompas gesels ons nuus van 'n Maandag tot Donderdag. Ons kyk ook na die weer en meer. Stories wat jou raak en stories wat saak maak.
They've made a mistake in denying me bail, and they've made several other mistakes in many other cases.
The channels that teach us something new or reflect our expression. So it goes beyond switching to the right station. It's about choosing the experience that can adorn the present, dressing it with our tastes as we expand our preferences, because what we are actually connecting to is boundless, limitless human energy. And this is the spirit of NTV.
So I think this is one of the first times where we've had Ari Ohad tell us about the international news before we could talk about more local news. But something to just leave the viewers with: the Brave Gladiators did really well against Eswatini. I think it was expected by most supporting fans that the Brave Gladiators will do well, but they won the first game 3-0, the second one 1-0 against Eswatini, and now the chances to qualify for AFCON are looking really good with the next fixture against Zambia. Well, we do have a post-match interview with Coach Woody Jacobs that just gives us an update on how the team is looking and how the team is feeling ahead of the big clash that's only set for October against Zambia. So please stay tuned for that.
Thank you very much, Coach Woody Jacobs. A great win for you, obviously completing 2 legs with wins. Will you just give us a summary of how you saw the match?
I think it's a game that Eswatini knew that they were out of this game and they need to push, and they did that. And they put us under a lot of pressure. And credit to them for the way they fought, never giving up. It's the attitude that even me, I want in my girls. And they showed that today. And the fact that we got 1 goal for me is enough. For me, a win is a win. I'll take it, although some would expect us to roll over and run over Eswatini. But it's a team that I believe has improved in the years that I've seen them, at 2021 at COSAFA, 2022. So for me, it's something that I don't. For me, it's rather I give credit to my girls for the fact that they could win the game in difficult circumstances. It's always difficult to motivate a team that has beaten another team 3-0 on the other side, and to get them into that fluidity that you would want them. But I think we were at times we had nervy moments with a few chances that Eswatini created. And it rattled us a bit, but I think overall and above, especially second half, when we made the switches, we were rock solid at the back, and we didn't have that, but we didn't create enough as we would like. But also, I give credit to where it's due. The fact that we continue to go to the next round is remarkable. It's the 3rd time consecutive that we reached the final round of the competition, and once again we face our nemesis that we had in 2022 in Zambia. Although it's far off, we are already having a look at it and see how best we can prepare and get these girls in the right frame of mind to qualify for AFCON that we've never been able to do in our country's history and women football in particular. So there's something that this generation of footballers is looking forward to, and they want to do that. So I'm looking forward to that, and kudos to the fact that we are through for the win. I'm just happy.
Thank you very much for those remarks, Coach. Obviously, you've touched a lot of what I had in mind as questions, but now we obviously are facing one of the biggest teams in your next round against Zambia, where they have a lot of stars, I would say. So you do. So maybe just as a preview towards that match, I know it's too far as well. Yeah. Just in your mind, I know you touched on it a little bit, just in depth. How do you look at that feature? Yeah,
it's one that we already had our mind when the draw came out, and at the end of the day, we have to face the best in order to qualify for the biggest competition in women's football, and that also is a springboard for you to qualify for the World Cup, which Zambia did at our expense in 2022. We need to beat them, and yes, the stars are there, but I say this is a team sport. I say yes, you have the stars. But sometimes with the stars, you don't get the desired results. So I rather want to work on a team cohesion and a team chemistry that each one work for each other, and we can see it through. Because it doesn't help we only score and then we concede. We need to be a collective, and that's what we're aiming to do. My recommendation to my executive will be that we keep this team together. We increase the pool of players. We go on scouting and see if we can get better, or even somebody that can come into the team, so that we can face Zambia when we meet them in October, and we're going to be in a better place. So we did that in 2022. We lost out on goal difference. because on our away goal that we conceded here at Dobsonville. So this stadium has bittersweet memories for us because we also managed to beat Tanzania here. We managed to beat Ghana here in 2023. So it's really something that's worth looking at when we look at the team. And I'm sure that there's some players on injuries that they are carrying. There's some like Coleman that's still very much part of the team, and that we would welcome back with open arms. That is on compassionate reasons, and then she was not here. So we have a lot of players. It's a matter about the mentality, the desire and the will to say that we want to qualify for elusive AFCON that we haven't done. The only time we managed to play in this competition is when we hosted it in 2014. So we want to. I said to the girls, they must leave a legacy. They must leave a legacy to say that if I hang up my boots one day, I must be able to talk to my children, my grandchildren, and say that I've qualified for a WAFCON competition, which is the biggest competition. And if Zambia can do it and qualify for the World Cup by virtue of them getting into the semi-finals, why can't we? Why can't we not dream? And it's something that I believe that we have what it takes. It's just we need to harness it. We need to improve it, and we need to get everybody behind us. We need to get government behind us. We need to get the corporate Namibia behind us. The Namibia Football Association is really doing a good job in helping us, but they can only do as much as they can. So, but I will make some recommendations on how we can prepare for this game. Hopefully we'll get 2 or 3 friendlies in against quality opposition like Banyana, why not? So that we can prepare for a quality outfit like Zambia. So that's my take on it.
Coach Woody Jacobs, thank you very much for your time, and we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Always lovely hearing from Woody Jacobs, and huge congratulations to him and his team for seeing the fixtures through against Eswatini. Now we look forward to Zambia. Well, that's all the time that we do have for you on today's show. From me, Brian Monango, it is goodbye.